Yo, hello everyone, it's Emir here, and today's video is gonna be a bit different, I guess, than my previous build guides or the news for the first Descendant. This one is gonna be about my thoughts about the current state of the game and like my expectations for Season 3. I guess I'm not gonna try to make it like long because I know it can get boring, and I do hope that this video reaches like big part of the community or at least a really nice chunk of it so that we can, at least generate some good conversation in the comments about your expectations, how you feel about the game, what you think they can make better, what you don't like. And yeah, I mean, with that being said, I guess the first thing I want to talk about is about the mutant cells. I think the mutant cells are a nice addition in a way, but my problem with them is that for the time invested on the mutant cells, they don't really feel rewarding because, like, sure, they give you more power and they are really, and some of them are really nice, right? Some of them have really nice effects, but compared to like the amount of time you have to put it to get one on average, is like really bad, right? I know there's the chance of like getting really lucky and getting a lot of them super fast, but that's not the case for the vast majority of the player base. And on average, that's not the case. So my take is that they don't feel rewarding enough for the time investment that you need to get one, but it is a nice addition to the game. However, I expected something else with the way they made it sound on the reveal for the mutant cells, because they did I think it was on PAX East when they made it, the reveal of the mutant cells. So I expect a little bit more. Um but yeah, not bad, not good. On average, like it's just mid, I guess, just like really eh. However, I think the one thing I dislike about the current state of the game in general, not about the mutant cells, is that they keep adding these type of things that no one really uses, and there's no content in the game that makes you use it. So there's like no reason to whatsoever to even like contemplate these mutant cells or like component sets, because like for example this component set, let me find it here. The Crusader Knight gives you 5 stacks of heavy armor. Who the hell uses that? And chill resistance. Like there's literally no reason to even use this, because everyone can just go full power and blast through everything in the game without dying, unless you make like a silly mistake. So there's literally no reason to have like these type of things. I just have them for collection if they ever work. But this is like one thing, I guess, problem from the game is that right now there's not a lot of content that makes you have variations on your builds, and the content that we had that make you actually change your build, which was Dead Stalker, they make everything so strong that you could just like wipe Dead Stalker now and not even need change your build for anything, I guess. So it's like, I don't know why they keep adding this. If you know what I mean, I don't know. I think it's a waste of resources to make a set like this, or to make mutant cells. I think it's a waste of resources. Maybe they will add more things on season 3 that will actually make use of this. But if not, I don't know why they keep adding them. Just remove them completely from the game. They serve no purpose right now, and maybe later they will. If they don't, just completely remove them from the game. And yeah, that's like my current, I guess, problem with mutant cells. They're like nice addition. They don't feel rewarding to grind. It was a nice addition that they made it able so that you are now able to put it on a target reward list, but it only gives 3% chance per run. So again, not rewarding, but I kinda understand it, because if you were able to get 10 of these a day, it would be dumb to also get them that fast. But I think they need to find a balance between grinding and not so grindy, right? That's my take on them. I hope you feel the same way, honestly. But yeah, so my second thing that I want to talk about is the arena and the current state of the game. And honestly, I know that some people will probably hate me for saying this, but she's completely broken. She's absurdly broken. She's stupidly broken, whatever you wanna put it. She shouldn't exist on like her current iteration on the game. Like the current Serena that we have now shouldn't exist on season 3. Like by any means, they need to totally nerf her. And by nerf her, I'm not saying that they need to completely make her useless. No, not at all. If they do that, then it's also like shit, right? But the current state of Serena, she cannot reach season 3 like this, because if she does, imagine all the time that they put on the 8-man Colossus fight just for Serena's to go in and blast it in 2 seconds. Like, it's ridiculous how she's able to do that and how everything works so perfectly for her. Right? Like the weapons, she's like also like super strong in her skill build. So I don't know like why they keep these designs of everything being like it's nice that she works with everything, but her values are just so strong that combined with the weapon cores and obviously her HP scaling is just dumb how strong she is, right? And like I said, if the reason they added Ice Maiden like this, right, the reason they made Ice Maiden skill power based Colossus in a way, because you still need guns to like break everything super fast. The reason they made it like that is so that Serena wouldn't be able, supposedly, to kill her in 2 seconds like we were doing on Tormentor. But all surprised, who would have known that if you go full power with hyper focus with weapon cores, you are able to do the same exact thing that she did to Tormentor just by changing like a couple modules on your build that you already have them catalyzed for. So in my opinion, she needs to be nerfed before season 3. I wouldn't like a game in season 3 where she's able to do the exact same thing she's been doing since her release. The same thing she did to Tormentor, to Ice Maiden. I wouldn't like her to do that with the new 8-man Colossus. I think it would be really dumb, a mistake for the devs to let it happen. Like I said, I know some part of the community of the game will hate me for this, but I that's how I feel. I don't think she needs to like be this strong for the next season. And with that being said, I guess this brings me to the next point, which is the community, right? The community of the game is like divided in three, I guess, in a way, right? Like there's the two sides of the like extreme. One side is the please nerf everything. Well, not everything, but like please nerf the super strong characters. I want to like play the game more. I want to like have like 5-minute Colossus fights. I'm exaggerating, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like there's this extreme of that, like, oh, the casuals don't even play the game, don't listen to them. And the other side of the coin, like the other extreme, is the don't nerf anything, give me more power. I want to play the game like 10 minutes a day and then be done with it. Like I want to kill the Colossus in 1 second if I could. Don't listen to the hardcore ones because they don't really know. They are reading everything. Listen to us, right? Like those are the two extremes of the community. And then the middle one is just like I can see both sides of the argument, but I don't really like voice my opinion, right? So as for me, I think I'm in part of the middle. I can see the argument for both options, right? I could see why casual players are needed for the game to survive, because the more casual players, the more influx of new players or returning players that you get means that obviously the game will generate more revenue. If more revenue means like they will have, you know, money to like keep adding content and keep maintaining the game alive, I guess. And at the same time, I see the other side of the coin, which are the ones that saying that they should nerf the super strong characters, because when you are playing like this game a lot, if you don't, I guess, if you're like a hardcore quote unquote player that plays this game for hours a day, it gets to a point where honestly, just being so strong, it does get boring, right? Like I know a lot of people have this fantasy of like, oh, I'm super strong and I can one shot everything. But at the same time, for a game like this that is online, that is live service, it also affects the game because, like I said, imagine just 8 Serenas smacking down the new Colossus in 2 seconds, right? You waited like how long season 2 has been out for? Like since like late November, probably late December. I mean early December, something like that. You waited all these months just to complete the fight in 2 seconds. Like that's just terrible. At least for me. I know some people will like it like that, but at least for me, that's just terrible. Like there is no reason why they should allow that to happen. And if they do, I think that's gonna be a reason on why a lot of players would quit if this keeps happening. Honestly, I see it happening. I completely see it happening. And also the problem is that whenever they mean nerf, they don't really mean like make a character crash, right? Like Ines. The whole Ines argument was that, oh, if you nerf her, I'm gonna quit the game because she shouldn't be nerfed. I like my player power, and they nerfed her, of course. It was also quite a heavy nerf, but as you, I don't know if you've seen like some Ines guides with the mutant cell. I have one if you want to see it. She's still really strong. Like she's still probably the best character in the game. Like I don't think anyone compares to her. Still, she can still clear everything. So she is definitely weaker than what she used to be, but now she's more tamed in terms of power. And I do still think she's the best character in the game still, even without the mutant cell. But yeah, I think we're like in a really weird spot as a community. Well, not as a community, but like the devs are in a really weird spot because if they listen to one extreme, then the other extreme gets mad, right? And vice versa. So it's really hard. I guess it's really hard for the devs to like listen to the right kind of feedback. Um, as you know, they also like a good example of this is like they made recently a post. If you are on the Discord, they made a post about like the multi-hit cores. But the community thought like to give like a lot of feedback on it, and they decided that the cores are gonna be like put on cores of their own instead of removing or changing or adding. They're gonna make like a new type of core. So I guess I guess they really need to make more things like that, because if they do, then all players can voice their opinion on the appropriate channel. I guess you could say like that, and really like make the decisions based on that, right? Instead of just listening to one extreme of the community, of the player base, I guess. Now, with that being said, I guess my last point is my current expectations of season 3. And honestly, I'm keeping it um on a, if I had to rate it on a 6 to 7 out of 10 of my expectations. I don't want my expectations to be really high, because if they don't deliver, I'm just gonna get disappointed, and it's not the best feeling, right? I don't think anyone should have like 10 out of 10 expectations for season 3. I think it it does need to be lowered, but I don't think it needs to be like low where you like, oh, I don't care what they do, because if you don't really care what they do, are you really like playing the game? Uh, like I don't mean this in like a bad way, but if you really like don't care about season 3, which is the biggest type of content that we're probably gonna see, because hear me out, if season 3 goes bad for them, like right now I think the game is averaging like what, like 9K players peak 24 hours, at least on Steam TV. That's what it says. Like, if season 3 fails to retain and attract more players, and it keeps getting like 8,000 a day, 9K a day, I think it's not gonna be a success for them, you know? I don't think they're gonna be seeing it as like, oh, well, this is great news for us, right? So if season 3 is not like good, or like you don't want it to be good, I don't think also like a lot of content creators are gonna stick to the game, because I mean, for me, I don't care. I can play this game. I don't really mind. But like the ones that depend on the content, on, you know, on streaming these or making videos on these, I don't think they could play the game and not jump to other games, especially when you have like a lot of new games coming out, right? Like the Dune game, you have a lot of new MMOs coming out, which I know like looter shooters are not MMOs, but they are multiplayer games that a lot of content creators are gonna jump into. So I'd expect it to be good enough so that, honestly, I guess if they manage to probably be like 15K active players every day on season 3, and it lasts for the whole season 3, I think it could be called a success on being able to retain something between 6 to 7,000 players more than what they have now. I think that would be the perfect case scenario, and it would show them that, you know, we as gamers really want to play this game. Like, we are invested in where this game goes, right? And at the same time, the game also is like really new. Like, we're getting into the first year anniversary. I hope they do more. I hope it's not like one and it's over. But yeah, I guess my expectations are like not high, not low. They are, I'm keeping them, you know, pretty like okay. I do hope that the game succeeds, and not only because I'm making like videos on this. I mean, I don't really care about that, but I really like the game. Like, I guess like the game has been growing on me in a certain way. I like how the characters look, both females and males. I like how they play, like, because it's really, when you think about it, it's really simple, right? Like, each character has 4 skills. Some depending on, because they have really like high cooldown. They only have like 3 skills because the fourth is like on super low, high cooldown. So yeah, I guess the game, I enjoy the game more than what I thought I would when I started playing the game, and yeah, I really do appreciate what the devs are doing, right? Like, they're really trying to keep going. I hope they do. I hope we, as I guess the first Descendant players, can keep enjoying the game for longer. And yeah, I guess this will be the last thing I was gonna say. So yeah, this is gonna be like the first episode of like this, I guess, small talk. I don't know how I'm gonna call it. I don't know also how often I'm gonna do it. I'm probably gonna do it like every once big update. I'm not sure. So yeah, I hope you guys can comment on this and share your thoughts. I will be reading them and probably answering to most, unless it's like something like really dumb. I would probably then won't answer, but you know, feel free to comment, feel free to share your thoughts. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.